Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. I'm Alex and it's Wednesday the 7th of July 2021. I hope you are feeling good today. And we will start with some positive news from the UK media. This is a very rare thing, it only happens once in a blue moon. We have in The Independent, Meghan and Harry's former chief of staff says working with couple was an incredible experience. This is coming from Catherine St. Laurent, who served as executive director at Archewell before stepping down to senior advisor. It reads, "The former chief of staff of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex has spoken about her time working for the couple, describing it as an incredible experience." Catherine St. Laurent, who was also an executive director of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Archewell Foundation, praised her former employers. She told The Cut, "I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to do that, to be able to be with them on their journey." She added, "The time that I spent with them was incredibly fulfilling. I think they have the potential to be very influential leaders in the social impact space." According to The Telegraph, insiders said Ms. St. Laurent was having to fulfill a great many functions for the couple, adding not all of which were necessarily in her job spec. They said she had been the bright hope to run their organisation. Now, this is how professionals carry on, unlike all these so-called anonymous sources or royal reporters who spend their time bitching every 5 seconds. So, in other news, we have here in The Sun, and it's back to complete nonsense from UK tabloids. The title reads, "Prince Harry's agony as he's torn between royals and duchess he sacrificed everything for." It reads, "Prince Harry is torn between Meghan Markle and the royal family after sacrificing everything for his wife," an expert has claimed. Palace insider Duncan Larcombe, who was arrested back in 2012 by detectives investigating a payment probe, claims the Sussexes may face a fight for their marriage unless they can compromise. And he said the Duke will feel conflicted after meeting brother William in London last week for the unveiling of a statue dedicated to Princess Diana. He told Closer magazine, "Harry and Meghan seem to think they can coexist in these two worlds, the world of British royals and American celebrity. Harry is loving the American life now, but he's still in the honeymoon phase. I think coming back and seeing his brother, especially against the very moving backdrop of a memorial for their mother, will maybe make him question what he's given it all up for." Yes, of course it will, Duncan. He felt so at home in the UK, he decided to not spend any extra time whatsoever there and left to go back to the USA as soon as the unveiling of the statue was finished. That doesn't sound like someone who is missing his family and the UK. That sounds like someone who is missing his wife and children and couldn't wait to get back to them. Absolute garbage once again from The Sun. What kind of person must you to be to fulfill a job like this? Call yourself a palace insider. Has he ever been in a palace? I doubt it. So he's a palace insider who has never or has spent very little time in any palace, who talks about people in the present tense, people he has no contact with, and talks to national newspapers about how they are feeling emotionally with their wife and family. Someone he has no contact with, who lives in another country. How dare he say that Prince Harry will question everything he's lost now the honeymoon phase is over, implying what? That he is considering leaving his wife and children to go back to playing pretend happy families with the royal family, where the majority of royals wear pretend plasticine medals that were given to them by the Queen. At least Harry has some real medals for real service. It is ridiculous in the extreme. In other news, we have more mud being slung. Here we have Nicki Swift. The title reads, "Meghan Markle slammed for having zero class by former model." Is that so? I think it's the person who goes around giving interviews and verbally attacking other people who are the ones who have zero class. Former model Leilani Dowding apparently isn't a huge fan of Meghan Markle. In an interview with Express, she shared her opinion on the Duchess of Sussex following the aforementioned interview with Oprah Winfrey. "I just think it's so millennial-like, it's so unroyal, it's not classy. You don't go and slate your family or someone's family publicly," she said. "I just think there's zero class, and if she had any class, she would deal with her family matters as family matters," she added. It's not a normal family though, is it? It's a very public family that seem to communicate through tabloids and press agendas. Lies and deceit seem to be the order of the day, and many of those lies are aimed at Meghan and Harry, and the only way to clear things up is to go on national TV and do an interview. Now, has anyone heard of this former model before? I know I haven't, and I probably won't ever hear from her again. I hope she got paid enough money for her bitchy interview, because she obviously isn't getting that much for modelling work these days. The question is, why is this nobody getting an interview in a newspaper? Why would anyone care what she thinks? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next video.